Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today I have decided to continue on and attempt to make this into a little book. So what I'm going to do is put Mary Shelley on the front because I somehow picked things that go well with, say, the Frankenstein stories. So I'm going to put her on the front. We have the Undertaker and we have Frankenstein's monster. So we need some more things. So I have more of these ready to go. I just need to get my brain together here. I'm going to say this is Elizabeth, this is Victor Frankenstein, and this is Frankenstein's castle or whatever. It's all very loose interpretation here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do, I think I'll do the house first. It doesn't matter what order because we're going to end up using all of it. So how is everybody today? I am doing pretty well, except I am cooking alive. I feel like I'm ready for the over 100-degree weather to take a hike and give us a break. But keep saying it's going to cool off, but every day it's above 100, so I'm kind of like, sure, I'll believe it when I see it. So yeah, just toasty roasties. Luckily it's dry, because if we had humidity I would be probably laying in a pool somewhere. So yeah, but I'm doing good, just trucking along. I'm going to go ahead and do some of the alcohol ink on this skull. This is from National Geographic. Thank you for whoever said that. And I'm going to just go over it with a little alcohol ink to age it a little bit. And then I'm going to attempt, because I saw someone do this, and I can't even remember if it was Pinterest, Instagram, what. But anyhow, they use like jump rings to bind just a little book like this with it. Obviously, you can't do that with a big book of some type, but I think it will work for this. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Have never done it, so not making guarantees, but we'll see. Let me see. I need a piece of plastic. I need a piece of this Mylar to put just a little bit of alcohol ink, just a little bit. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to thin it out a little. I don't need gobs of either of these things. And paint over the top of it just to age it up. It's pretty white where the white is, so, but I like it also because it goes in the scratches and things of the sanding, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good. I want to say hugs and blessings to Celeste, Annette, and Nikki. I love you guys. Thank you so much for always commenting, being kind. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys have, all of you have been with me for quite some time. And welcome to new subscribers. Welcome back to those of you who have followed me for a day or a long time. I really appreciate it. I'm having fun with this little book. I like it a lot. I like those kind of gothic images, but they're not super scary or anything. They're just a little spooky. So that's kind of fun. So I got that one ready. I'm going to ink it with just my walnut. Oh, I forgot I did that, you guys. I did it yesterday. I thought it would sink in. Now, is that ink pad not doing well? Ah! It drives me crazy. You get re-ink with, but it doesn't sink down into the pad. How is that helpful? I feel it's not. Oh, I was using the other color with these anyways. I just realized the scorched timber. Not that that matters. It's fine like that too, but I think I'll use that one since it's not sopping wet, and then I'll have to figure out what to do to that one to make it not such a mess. And I might use, this is just gray crayon on old magazine page. It's that where you heat up the paper a little bit with a heat gun. Be careful, don't catch paper on fire. And then go over it. I'm sorry, struggling today. Run a crayon over it and it melts the crayon, obviously. This is actually upside down. And this is just magazine that I sanded over the stencil, so it's got the stencil design in it. So that's kind of a fun, look at what a mess I made with that ink. How annoying. How annoying. So these are just my background bits. I just think they're kind of fun. I like this half skeleton face. I think I'm gonna do the house. Like, that's where all the spooky things happened, right? Where Victor built Frankenstein's monster. Or Frankenstein. The monster. At least that's kind of what I'm saying. This is even ickier over here. Do I want some of this or not? I don't know. This needs to get roughed up. Yeah, I'm kind of having one of those days, I'm sure you can tell. All over the place. That's what happens when I have a lot to do and I go run a whole bunch of errands where there's people. And it kind of frazzles me. And then I try to do a video. I guess I should start doing the videos first, but I just feel like I want to get all that done and get home and then do my videos. But anyways, it frazzles me. And then I struggle to get my act together. I saw this Instagram post. It was a little boy. He looked to be about, I don't know, very close to maybe almost 3 or 2. It's hard, you know, it's always hard to tell. Once your kids are grown, you're like, I don't know how old that kid is. But anyways, and he points with his finger and goes, and his mom's like, what? What is it? And he goes, people. She goes, oh no. I'm like, yes, exactly. That is the problem. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love you guys. I like people in small doses, then I'm fine. It's just, I get overwhelmed very easily. So that just made me laugh because I can relate very much to that child sentiment there. And I know it's silly. I'm old. Why does it bother me? I don't know, but it does. Don't have much control over it, to be honest. All right, and then our little, well, not little, but it's quite big actually, skeleton here. I'll put that on. And again, I think I said National Geographic, because it has great things like, you know, bones and animals like bats or, you know, stuff like that that you can use in these kind of spooky things. And it's fun, not too horribly scary. Kind of feel like that needs to be shorter. I like how there's this little bit of almost wood down here. So I'm going to keep that. I think. And I did end up adding, which one was it? I guess it was Mary Shelley's. I did add the little rhinestone thingies, or whatever they are. They're just plastic. But they look a little sparkly. A little bit sparkly. Got that just a little bit too long, didn't I? Whew, I'm a roasting up here today. I've had to do all kinds of things where I've been outside today, and so yeah, I'm roasty toasty. I kind of still feel like I want a little bit of this. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just like the color that gray crayon. It doesn't totally look gray. It looks a little bit brown. And I like the way it came out. It might have just been because of the color of the old patinaed magazine and the black script or something, but it just turned out kind of cool. I like it. I keep digging into the glue. It's very soft. I guess it's because it's so hot in here. So I'm making messes left and right. Not that that's new, but it's kind of annoying nonetheless. I found cherries at the grocery store. Oh my goodness, they're huge. They're the biggest cherries I think I've ever seen. But they were super yummy. I had a few for lunch. I don't want to do that until I do the back. It has come to dwell among us, and that's what I think I'm going to put there. That's just a Tim Holtz phrase or whatever you called them. The heat's got me extra shaky, I feel like. It's very weird. Don't want shiny. No shininess. Okay, on the back we'll put some of this, since I have some torn pieces from before. And this is a little bit redundant, I know, but you could of course add, and I may end up adding like some different pockets or something else to them, but it's sort of like a little story. So what are you guys up to? Do you have any fun projects you're working on? Are you working on any sort of fall or Halloween things? Or are you still doing more summer or whatever? Other types of journals or projects? I got my new Somerset Studio Magazine. I probably won't do anything from it this week because I already have another plan from the last one I have. So, or the first one I got, whatever, however you want to say that. And plus, we're going to have to make this one last a while because they only come out every 3 months or whatever it is. So, I can't remember which one did I use. I think it was this one. Don't you hate that when you do that? Yeah, I think it is that one. So we will be starting that soon. I still have a couple, I can't decide, I need to think out how many weeks and all that jazz, but I may do 2 more out of this one and then start the next one. Excited to start the new one, but we want to make sure we have enough for all the days. Okay, so I think what I'll do is have her, oh, we'll do Victor, the Undertaker, the house. I don't know where I'll put Elizabeth yet, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so that one is ready. That is that one. I like it. I might. Oh, it needs its little rhinestones. That's what I'm like, what's missing? I think I'll use these gray rhinestones. I have my tweezers, so hopefully maybe. It's really hard when you have like shakiness problems. Because my hand doesn't go where I tell it to go. Okay. So there's that one. All right, now we'll do Victor. And of course, this is all just made up, so. Out of the images from my Gothic Gray kit, if you're wondering, if you're just joining me for the first time, these are all from my Gothic Gray digital. So. Which you can find in my Etsy shop. And there'll be a link in the description box below to that. I don't know how this binding is going to work, but we're going to try. Okay, what do we want to put with Victor? Let me see. I've got these, but I also have just these bones, which is kind of cool. I think I might use a piece of this. It doesn't really matter because it's a background, so you're just kind of, you know, just so you get that little peek of maybe something not quite right. Really wrong, but yeah. Really messed up. And I'm using a pretty high grit. If you don't like that on your magazines, you can do obviously something not so gritty, but I like it, so that's what I'm using. And I think on this one I'm going to go ahead and use, where did I put that? Some of that. This is, what is that? It's getting icky, kind of. Mostly because it just sat. Coffee. And gesso. Oh, and tea. It was instant tea. I'm just trying to use some of it because I used it for that. Which project was that? Oh, the cover. Not the grungy journal. Put a little bit of this on here. I can run this through my embosser. And that looks kind of cool if you paint something and then run it through with an embossing. What are those things called? Why am I struggling so bad today? It's bad. It's really bad. This just thins it way out, obviously, but it kind of dulls down the finish of the magazine. And I like the way it looks. You can do however you like. And it dries really fast when you do it like that. I'm listening to Dracula right now, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I never read that. So it's actually quite good, and for that time period, it was written during Victorian era, if you're not aware. But it's very good. It's very dark. Like many of the Gothic stories. Just want a little something along the edge over there. Maybe I'll just use this piece. But yeah, it's actually very good. Get this out of the way. And it's been a million years since I read Frankenstein, so I think I'll listen to that next. Whenever the library has it, that's the only thing. A lot of those things seem like they're always checked out. Which is funny, because that's not like a new book, but it is interesting. And it's kind of getting to be that time of the year, so. I mean, of course, you hear all the legends and things about Vlad the Impaler and, you know, those kind of things. And I've watched documentaries and stuff like that, but I've just never actually read the book. And I might just tear just a tiny bit more of this off. We actually just watched the movie Dracula, the untold story, and I can't think of the guy's name that's in it, but anyways, it was a pretty good movie. I liked it because it wasn't super scary, gory, you know, all those kind of things. It was just kind of more creepy and sad, really. But that was a good movie if you like that type of thing. If you don't, which many, but don't worry about it. Don't watch it. But I liked it. And I'm kind of picky because I don't like super scary stuff. We'll just say I didn't have any nightmares. And yes, I still do that even though I'm old. And this one will go on here. It needs something with maybe some color. I know, you're probably like, just get to the part where you bind it. I don't know. I'm trying. Maybe I'll do the last one by myself or something. That's 25 minutes. Put this one down first. But yeah, if you can find some kind of magazine that has maybe some kind of cool pictures like that, they do make fun backgrounds. Just makes you kind of go, what is that behind there, you know? I'm gonna make this just a little bit thinner. It's like a cast of characters sort of a thing, I feel like. Okay, so this one is very tiny. It just says Victor. So what I might do, I'm wondering if I use one of these. Put his name in the middle of it. For some reason I'm liking the green better. I don't know why, because it doesn't really, I'm just liking it better. And these are Shabby Dabby Doodah. I just had them on my desk from doing the 50 stack challenge with the pink and the blue. That happens and it works out very nicely sometimes. Sometimes the stuff on your desk just drives you crazy. But oh, I did, like I said, I think I said, I went for a walk this morning. It was already like 74 degrees at 7:30 this morning. Yeah, that's not fantastic when it starts out like that. I know a lot of places it's worse, but that's toasty enough for me at that time of day. Just gonna put a little of this on here. And I put out these little, they're kind of a tan color. I guess they could also be gold like the frame, so I'm going to go ahead and keep those. Flip them over. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the heat compounds that. I think you just get feeling ick, you know. Shaky hands. Okay. There's that one. And like you can't totally tell what's back here, but it just, like you can see up there that it's bones. So that's interesting, I think. Oh, back it. We need to back it. Yeah, the air conditioner even started early this morning. It's like, oh, well, that's not a good sign. Usually it doesn't start till later in the day. I don't know how people do it, like in Vegas and all that. Don't know. Melting. My biggest problem is once I take a shower, I don't want to be sweaty. I think that's why I hate it so much. It's like, no, you're not supposed to sweat anymore after the shower. Oh, come on. Why does it do that sometimes? Little stinker. Okay, so there's Victor. I think they're very cool. So we'll put him here. And the Undertaker. And the house. And the monster. Now we need to do Elizabeth. I'll just do this one more. This last one. I definitely like the flowers with her. Do I want the more gray? More gray maybe? I like this. I like that too. I could put her more on this side. A little extra, because I still have to tear the top part off. Okay, and I have some more of the apothecary jars I was going to put with her. Wow, I really did that crooked. Real crooked. I don't know that that helped. Just stop. Oh, there's not going to be anything left. I use the lighter. Where did I put it? Right here. Sanding block. It's not quite as scratchy. I need to get a new one of these. It works very well. It's hard to tell which way these are supposed to go. I think they go this way. I like that it has rose petals in there. This one I'm just going to ink. And hope that it'll dull it down enough, because I don't want to lose any of that color of that red. Gets in the cracks, at least. Kind of want it like that. Take just a little more off of here. Like it got ripped. That'll fit. Okay. this piece down. Sticky hands. Always. Occupational hazard. I'm not going to stick this down all the way yet. Until I get the picture how I want it. Woke up this morning, it was all cloudy. I thought maybe we were going to get a thunderstorm. Nice, you know, cooling rain or something. Nope. Didn't happen. No such luck. Funny how for a while we were like, okay, enough with the rain, and now never happy. Just never happy. We need something else to put that on. What do I want? Kind of want this with the gold in there. I'm going to tear a little more off of that, but I'm just trying to figure out how wide it needs to roughly be. Go across the top more. Nope, nope, nope. Work. It's the cast of characters. Not every single one, but a lot of them. It would probably help if I had their last names, but I don't have. These just came out of the book that I showed you guys, so it's kind of just, it is what it is sort of thing. But yeah, if you had access to, I guess I could have typed it out on the computer, but that requires planning, and I didn't do that very well. I mean, I did some, but... Okay, finally, right? Oh, no, not done yet. Got to put something on the back. So because these are fairly thick with all the, you know, 2 layers of that thicker paper glued together and then the other layers that are on top, I think it'll be fine to just poke holes and put the little jump rings through. I think that that will work fine. But we'll find out. Won't we? Those little beads are in the way. Okay, so actually I'm going to put her here. And then the idea is, and I don't know if this is now going to be too thick, which it might be, and if it is, I will have to go buy some rings that are bigger, because those are the biggest rings that I have. Oh, come on. Sorry. Just go in there. See, the problem is if I pull too hard on this, the top of the pin comes off, and I don't want that. I've had to replace like 3 pins in the last 2 weeks, it seems like. Okay, I have this. I have no idea what size this is. It's a Fiskars, but you can see the little maybe black dot right there. That's the size. And I don't know what that is, so I apologize. But a small-ish. I don't think that you need the big... How far in does that go? This is going to be tricky. I'm not going to lie. So what I was thinking was 2 sort of together and 2 more, you know, sort of together. I don't know. I'm wondering if that's going to be too far in. See, I haven't done this before. Can you tell? So I don't know if it's going to work. That is where it's supposed to come apart. I just put some alcohol ink on these. I think it'll, hopefully it will work. Like I said, if it doesn't, I'll have to go buy more rings somewhere. So that one's about, I'm going to just say here, I'm just eyeballing it. I think those are too far. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is use a pencil and mark on the other ones so that hopefully I get them pretty close to the same. That's the goal anyway. You could make a template, you know. That would probably be smart. Oh, that's right where that bead is. See, guys, these are the problems that I have because I don't plan well. We're going to have to move the bead. The bead is getting moved. There may be lots of beads getting moved. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. The thing good about pencils, it kind of has that little bit of a shine to it, you know? So I think I should be able to figure this out. Hopefully, don't quote me on that. So if you're smarter than I am, which I'm sure you are, plan a little bit for where you're going to put any embellishments, obviously. I was originally going to do the whole hinge thing. But then I saw this and I was like, I want to try that. So off I went. But we can hopefully add, how would that not? Oh, seriously, you guys. Well, I'm just making a mess. Hopefully you will plan better than I. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to put something over that hole. But yeah, I think this will work. And then you just put them together like that. See, this is going to be a problem. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some bigger rings. All right, so this is to be continued. Sorry I didn't try it first, but I just got excited and wanted to finish. But at least we made some more pages, so that part is good. So we have these two and the one I messed up. I might make another one, I don't know. Okay, I have figured it out. Sorry that that video cut off. I made a disastrous mess of my poor little journal. And so what I have done to fix it is I've put this black paper on the edge so that I could re-poke the holes. They needed to be much closer to the edge than I had originally done them. So I'm going to show you how I put them on here. I mean, I'm sure you could figure this out, but and then we'll talk about the black paper. So I just open up my jump ring, and these I put alcohol ink on. I just used, I think, this ginger one, but you can use any one. These are Ranger alcohol inks. It just needs to be something that'll stick to the metal, and it even still kind of rubs off, so I don't know how long it will stay on there, but I'm hoping, because they're just silver ones. You might be able to find like the antiqued metal look, the bronze and those, that would probably be better. If I'm sure Tim Holtz has some. I don't know. These are just ones that I had already, so I alcohol inked them. But that is not a perfect thing either. So, and I also ended up measuring a little bit better. I went down about, I kind of just wanted 1/2 inches apart. So the first one's about 1 inch down, and then that one's about 1/2 inch down, and then 1 inch up and 1/2 inch up, that type of thing. I mean, they're not perfect, but at least this spacing, they're 1/2 inch apart. So this last one should be a little easier because all the holes are more lined up. We can get them all at once. And then you just put your jump rings back together. And it's best if you twist them like this rather than pulling them apart, because a lot of times they'll snap. So yeah, you just want to kind of give them a little twist and then string them through. And now you can see there's enough room for it to open and close. Before, when I had the holes in this area more, they were overlapping each other, and so you can get a good, you know, turn of the pages, I guess, is what it would be. So that actually works really well. Obviously, you can't do a very big book when you have these jump rings, and I'm not even sure what these are. I think they're like 1/2 inch or something. Let me see. They're these. It's the biggest ones in here. I have gold ones still. Well, there's still silver ones too, but you know what I mean. I don't know if those would be considered 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. Maybe they're 3/4 inch. That's probably what they are. So anyway, they're the biggest ones. Like if you have a set like this, it's the biggest ones. And then I went in, I know it's super close to the edge, but this is so thick now with those pieces of paper, and all I did was take black cardstock. These I'd made too far apart. I ended up scoring every 1/2 inch to get that width, because when you fold it in half, then it's about 1/4 inch, a little more. Yeah, it's a little bit in between there, but this one I cut down as much as I possibly could because I still wanted to see as much of the skull as I could. So that was a kind of a bummer that I had to do that. So if you're doing yours, plan a little bit better than I did. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do rings or if I wanted to do hinges. So what I can tell you is, if you're going to do the rings, plan from the beginning so that, you know, I had to pop off all the little beads that I had over here on that side. I mean, I don't really, it doesn't really matter to me, but you know, this one I'll probably keep as a sample for how to do it. And then next time I make one, hopefully it'll be a little bit better execution. But you know, it's all live and learn when we play with paper, right? And it is just paper. It wouldn't be the biggest deal to, you know, pitch it, but I'm going to keep it to, you know, just so I can see. And then of course you could add so many things to it. You could add corner tuck pockets. You could add, you know, straight pockets, flip outs, all kinds of things. I mean, obviously you're not going to want to get too thick if you're going to use the jump rings, because otherwise it's going to end up just like a gator mouth. But it would look cool sitting on a shelf, like for Halloween as a decoration. I think that's fun. Or to send to a friend who loves Halloween, and you could, then they can just write a few little things, what they did that particular Halloween. So yeah, just a fun little project. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys give it a try, because I would say it's definitely worth it. And yeah, with that, I will let you go. Have a fantastic day. Love you guys. Bye.